like that? We're talking about the jet flying, limousine riding, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing. Woo! Detroit Lions! Monday Night Football! We're talking about the jet flying, limousine riding, kiss stealing, wheeling and dealing. Son of a gun is in the 313. Baby, Ric Flair is going to tell you how it is. Woo! Tampa Bay better hold on tight because the Detroit Lions like to drive real fast. Ali McNeil's back. The Big Mac is on the grill. Hutch is bringing the pressure. And Goss got that woo! That 313 swagger locked in. You can call Baker Mayfield the Rebel all you want, but come Monday night, he's stepping into Ford Field. When you ride with Dan Campbell, you riding in style. So put on your shades, button up that Honolulu blue suit, and remember one thing. To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo!
Yeah, welcome back to the Villain Report, where we don't sugarcoat a damn thing. I am the host. I am the villain, the UDFA of sports podcasting, Russell Wayne. I am the unwanted, the unfiltered, the unapologetic voice of the fan base that bleeds Honolulu blue. That's right. Good morning to each and every one of you. This is Lock Pick. This is our Lock Pick Week 7. Gonna go on to DraftKings, and we're gonna figure out all these games up against the spread today. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about these NFC North matchups. And I got my friend Robert, who just happens to be a Packer fan, will be here to make the picks with me. This episode is brought to you by Fanatics.com. That's right. If you're rocking with the 313 and you bleed Honolulu blue, then you need to gear up like the real one over at Fanatics, our official merch partner. I'm talking Lions jerseys, blackout hoodies, throwback Tigers gear, WWE gear.
You like that?
Red Wings drip so icy it should come with a Zamboni. So here's what you do. You click that link in the description. Save up to 25% off of your order from our affiliate marketing partners over there at Fanatics. Every click supports the channel and the page and lets the world know that Detroit fans do it bigger and they do it better. Because the Villain Squad, we don't do knockoffs. We do official. We do Fanatics. Get yours. So the Villain Squad just crossed 88,000 people. That's 88,000 over there on the Facebook page. That's right. And you can connect with us. Man, if you're a fan of Detroit sports, then connect with us. We're on YouTube. The Villain's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, wherever you scroll, the Villain rolls. So if you're a fan of Detroit sports, yeah, connect with the Villain. That's right. It's faith, family, and then football in that order. Yeah, we use football. We don't let football use us. And welcome. That's right. Got to hear from baby Ric Flair in the house. That's right. Welcome one, welcome all. And might as well bring on, my favorite Packer fan. Welcome to the program, Robert. How are you doing?
Morning. Good morning. I love your little Ric Flair, bro. Holy cow. AI is amazing. AI is amazing, bro.
I figured out a couple of little tricks, and it's going to be beautiful. every week. I have found an outlet, Robert, and it's such a beautiful thing. It figured out some cool things that I could do in as a theme. I think it's only fitting since I'm such a big WWE fan.
Acknowledge me.
That I should have something wrestling themed every week, and I'm gonna have some wrestlers that I'm gonna be able to do that with, and they're all gonna be the baby form of the wrestler, the baby form of that wrestler. I got baby Stone Cold, I got baby Ric Flair, and I don't know if you saw my De Niro one. Did you see my De Niro one yet?
I haven't seen De Niro, but I first heard your and then I saw it. And I was like, oh my god, you got some good software, bud. You got some good software somewhere.
Okay, well check this out. Here's De Niro.
Monday night under the lights, two crews step into the same ring. You got your quarterback with the silver tongue, the other with the swagger and the scars. This ain't polite tea time. This is Detroit. This is Ford Field. This is where promises get collected. We don't talk about taking people out. We talk about taking advantages. Opponent walks in thinking they're on vacation. We remind them they're in our town. Just in case they get confused. That's like a little tap on a kneecap with a Louisville slugger. Makes them unconfused and seeing things much clearer. Because in Detroit, Buccaneers, we come to collect what's owed. Monday night, we cash in.
Ooh, yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage right there. Come on, man. Come on.
That's pretty cool. I'll give you that. It's pretty cool, man.
I want to.
Legend.
That's my De Niro. That the Lion De Niro. I got. He's got to have the cigar, man. He's doing it in style. I mean, when I was thinking of the villain, I wasn't thinking like ski mask villain like what Chauncey Gardner did. I was thinking villain from the 50s, like old classy mobster style right there. You know, Frank Sinatra singing in the background. That's the type of villain that I think of when I think villain. Classy. You know, you may not agree with everything that I do, but I'm going to take care of you. But let's say hello to everybody in the comments right here. What's up, Davey?
You just made the list.
That's right. The bad guy's in the house.
Say hello to my little friend.
We got Rick C in the house.
You just made the list.
Oh, man, the Trim Reaper. Hey,
You just made the list.
I'll just start calling you the Reaper.
I love the Trim Reaper. That's a great name, bro.
You just made the list.
Oh, man. Johnny L.
You just made the list.
I love seeing it. Hey, I love it. I love it. You guys getting up this early? I was a little bit behind today, but you know what we can do. What can we do? So we got some football games this week, Robert. Yeah, I like getting.
Wait. Let's just start with this. Who's in first place?
There you go. Yeah, congratulations. You know, we live in a week to week.
Yes, this is how it's gonna go every week, bro. It's gonna be
this is a week to week NFL, and right now, as we're looking at it, the Green Bay Packers are in first place in the NFC North. And really, the NFC North, as of right now, are all winning teams.
Yes. The only division where everybody's got a winning record.
The black and blue division hath returned.
Yes.
Where you don't get easy wins in the NFC North. It's like it kind of makes people. I mean, I know that there's some Bear fans out there that are complaining right now that it's like, man, finally we get a team that's halfway decent, and everybody else has got to be good too.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't we be in a division with like the Titans and the
Well, I say like we say to you guys, welcome to the division, Bears. I mean, finally you're catching up. I don't know what else to say, bro. We've been here.
Are you at
We've
all
been-
worried about the Bears? I mean, you got
Look,
two
look.
games,
Next
man.
year I'm going to worry. Next year I'm going to worry. They're still putting it together. They still got their headaches. They still got their problems. I mean, look at their wins, bro. The last 2 wins they won by something happening. Jaden Daniels just hands them the football at the end of the last game so they can score. The week before they blocked the field goal for the Raiders to keep to win by 1 point, 25-24. They won 2 weeks in a row with that same number. They're squeaking by, but I think by the end of this year or start of next year, then I'm going to worry about the Bears. They're not there yet, so we're good.
I mean, right now they're right with you. I mean, this division's all locked.
1 game apart. I get it, bro. It's one half game, 1 game. I mean, everybody's within it all. I get it.
And when do you play the Bears?
We don't play them till the end of the season, bro. We play them twice in 3 weeks. Like, seriously, we're in the second half. We don't have another divisional game till the second half. We don't even like 7 of the last 9 games or 5 of the last 7 or whatever it is all division.
So you got them on December 20th.
And
December 7th. Yeah, you're right.
Bro, yeah, that's what I mean. They're 2 weeks apart. That's how we play the Bears this year.
Well, honestly, I don't think that works out good for you. I mean,
why? I'm not worried. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about the Bears, bro.
I mean, Ben Johnson, you can tell when a team, I don't know, my voice is squeaking. You can tell when a team is starting to buy in to what the coach is. And they never had a coach that would really get behind, the message and, the idea. And they got some talent there. So it's if they start playing together, it's just like any other team. Like you said, welcome to the division.
Yes.
It's you're still not going to get easy games. I don't give a shit if you're the best team in the NFL.
Yeah.
You're not going to get an easy win against the Lions. You're not going to get an easy win against the Packers. Once you're a good team, it doesn't mean that you're indestructible. It just means that, you're good enough to beat the good teams. But the Bears look pretty good. They're looking like they're playing together. They got playmakers. I mean, they got the talent. I mean, they bought the talent. And Caleb Williams is, he's got the talent. You can see that he's got the talent if he starts working within that system, distributing the football. I still think that Ben Johnson's style is stifling for a guy like Caleb Williams. I think that you should build your offense around the player rather than trying to build your player around an offense. I understand why you want to build your player around an offense and have a good corporate guy, because that's what Goff was. And that's what Goff is. Goff is the type of guy that will execute your offense. I'm smart enough to execute your offense. I'm going to run your offense. That's not Caleb Williams' style. You got to build, if you're going to build around his talent, you got to build that offense around his skill set, and not his skill set around your offense. That's just my opinion. And I'll stick with that, and I'll come off of it if I'm wrong. But that's my stance on that. What do you think of that, Robert?
No, I agree with you, man. I like your take on that one. I'm reading the comments too. I'm following these guys in the comments too.
Hey, you're better at that than I am.
Yeah,
I want to bring them along, and really I gotta find, a lot of times we're just having conversations with each other.
Yeah, I know. That's why I love coming on here, man. You like to talk football. I like to just talk football. We talk football all the time. A lot of our shows, we get off topic a lot, or off what we're doing, because we start talking and we get trash talk aside, as long as you, because I stand by this. Anybody can say anything. You could have your own takes or whatever, but as long as you have like you explain your take, why you want it, and I don't care whether I agree or disagree. I genuinely appreciate that you have a reason why you're saying that and not just talking out your ass.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot.
Like, everybody's like, John Dorn's a troll, John Dorn. But, man, me and John Dorn have had some really good conversations. Like, when Rodgers was playing bad, he was against Rodgers being here. He wanted to get rid of him. I mean, I've had some really good football conversations with John Dorn. But he is a troll, bro. He loves the troll. That's what he gets everybody. I see you and him have a little something going on.
Oh, I'm okay with John. Honestly, when it comes down to it, I don't. I think it creates. It creates conversation.
Your mic went somewhere.
It's like when it continues to go. It's like, I mean, I get it. Like to me, it's you got your history, and all that, and coming. I don't have a good history. It's like, okay, cool. I don't have a good history. I don't really give a shit. Like, I just care that I'm in an era of good Lions football. I don't know.
You're competitive now. Yes, no, you can't deny that.
I don't know if we're going to win a Super Bowl, but the team's good enough to win a Super Bowl. So it's like, when you got that window. I mean, I love the window talks that are it's open, it's closed. Yeah. It's like, no,
yeah, no, I know.
We're in the middle of witnessing an open window, and for you guys too. You guys are in an open window. You guys will have an open window as long as you have Micah Parsons and you keep that core of guys together. The
way I see it, bro, there's an open window, and all of us are diving for it. Who gets there first?
Only one person. Only one team gets there.
Yeah.
We talked all that crap last year and watched Philadelphia win it. So none of us won it. So we all got to sit there going, maybe next year.
Yeah, no, three out of 4 teams make the playoffs, and we all choke. I mean, what the hell?
Hey, and it's like the idea of trash talk is like the best thing that somebody can say is, oh, well, we won in 2011. It's like, oh my God, what are we doing here? Like some people, most of the fans of the team right now weren't even, alive during that, or they weren't born yet. They didn't care.
Yeah.
It's like none of us have won in a long time, us ever. Like it's been too long. The NFC North needs to get to the top of the NFL.
Well, I mean, it is hard to find a Lions fan who actually saw your last championship. I mean, the years are stacking up pretty. I mean, you don't want to get there where you can't find someone alive.
Well, I know in my lifetime, it never happened in my lifetime.
Not yet
at all.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't care, how long. It's like
look,
I'm
bro,
a fan.
I'm a Packer fan. I grew up in Chicago. Okay, so I had a lot of Bear fans ride me, and before Brett Favre came along, Bear fans used to say, "You'll never see the Packers better than the Bears in your lifetime." That's what they used to tell me, because they had like a 20-game lead on us in the head-to-head. That no longer exists, bro. We have the lead in that now. In 30 years, we've taken that lead from them.
Well, let me tell you how much I don't care about that type of stuff. Is like I can go through, as a 50-year-old man, I could go through the best renaissance of Detroit Lion football, and we could dominate the division race between the Packers and the Lions, and we could win every game, and it would take us 20 years to come back if we win every game. It's just that the Lions may close the gap on the Packers, but in my lifetime, there's no way that we catch the Packers as far as in win totals. You got every year we could sweep you the next 3 years, and I'll have to still listen to John Dorn going, well, you're never going to catch up on your joke. It's like, I don't care about that. Like, honestly, that doesn't bother me at all, because I know it's the Grand Canyon of distance that if we sweep you the next 5 years, we still won't be close.
Well, I mean, I know we beat you guys 10 in a row. We beat the Bears 10 in a row. I mean,
Right.
those. I mean, yeah, they don't mean anything, but to the fan who's been paying, to the hardcore fan who knows something, to them, it's just like, and really, to me, it doesn't matter. I mean, we play each other twice a year, so it's kind of redundant. I'm going to get you one year, you're going to get me. That's how it's supposed to be. If it's a rivalry, it's supposed to go back and forth. Otherwise, is it really a rivalry if you just dominate over one guy?
I'm happy I got a friggin' coach that has a winning record against the damn
Bro,
Packers.
you guys swept the whole division last year. You swept the whole division. That's not easy feat.
So I'm trying to figure out like what I'm doing wrong on this my DraftKings. I'm trying to.
Oh, you're figuring out the layout or the spread.
No, I'm trying to get to the. Okay, I guess I am. How do I do that? What am I doing? Yeah, so I'm trying to bring up the damn games.
You had them up earlier.
I did, but it was showing it weird. Wasn't showing it, and it was showing personal information, all that stuff. And maybe am I on the wrong?
Corey, yeah, we were bad. We in the 70s and the 80s, we were bad. There's no doubt. I mean, we had our.
But you actually went through that. Like what I'm finding out is there's a lot of Lion fans that are new to being fans.
Right.
Is what I'm finding a lot, and it's okay. Like I'm all good with that. I'm not trying to be a butthole about it, but you can just tell because they freak out, over losses, and it's just like, gosh, man, you got to learn how to kind of appreciate,
yeah,
the things that are happening. So I do understand the trolling and all that stuff, but I definitely want to cultivate a Lion fan, following here on this show that should feel good about the new Lions. I mean, you can make fun of me and say it's the same old Lions, but that it isn't, because it's just built different.
Right.
Like even when Stafford was here, we went through that with Barry. There was always something up in the high office or a general manager. There's something effed up about the way that we run the organization, because it takes a good general manager, takes a good coach, and good ownership, and they all gotta be in lockstep in order to be successful. And there was always something missing. The Lions could have the great players, they wouldn't have the coach. They could have the great coach, but then they wouldn't have the players. And I lost. Why did I lose my music?
I don't know.
I was feeling all cinematic and epic, right?
Yeah,
That's why.
yeah. There you go.
No, but it always felt like something was missing, and that's what's different about this regime over any other regime that I've ever been a part of. With the Detroit Lions, is it feels like ownership, the general manager, and the coach all, are feeling what the vision is, and whether
winning brings in all that. That's what I love about it, man. That's why. I mean, I feel you about the new fan thing, even in Packer fan base. We got all these new fans. They don't know when we were as bad. They didn't ever see that, so they don't know how to act. When we get a bad season, get rid of Love. Oh, he had an interception. Oh.
Yeah, and meanwhile you have a winning record. And
I just want to slap him. I'm like, bro, it's one game. I'm just as frustrated as you watching that crap. But stop, just stop, take a breath. Just the world's not falling. You're not dying.
Right. And remember, only one team gets to win the Super Bowl, and it's like that's how far the goalpost has moved for Lion fan, which is like it's like the season's going to be a complete failure if they don't win a Super Bowl, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing to feel like that. I mean, it just means that the games that you lose are more of a heartbreak. And I'm not talking the in-season games.
Yeah.
Got to win enough games to get into the playoffs, but those playoff games, the further you make it, the more your heart gets to get throw out there to get stomped on if you don't get it. There's nothing more painful than a Super Bowl loss or a conference championship loss. I don't know what a Super Bowl loss feels like, but that conference championship loss, that's about as harsh as you can get, man.
Yeah, because that's the ticket to get you to the Super Bowls. You have to win the conference. If you don't win the conference, you don't go to the Super Bowl. That's the reward. That's the reward to get in the Super Bowl.
But to be the Bills, like in the Jim Kelly,
no, I know.
I mean, I couldn't imagine what that would be like. You'd feel like, oh, here we are again in the Super Bowl, whatever. Like, and I'd be like, whoa, I would go get in that Super Bowl, and yeah, that's harsh.
Yeah.
That's a harsh, but you earn that. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, what's the felt? Your team, all you do is lose, and it's like, yeah, it doesn't. You don't feel anything in that when your season's over in October.
And I'm guilty, bro. I've told many Lions fans, look, you guys aren't even good enough because you can't win a championship game. You can't win a conference championship. Don't even talk to me. That's what I tell them. I'm guilty of saying that crap too, because.
Yeah, but the thing is like there's no fan base in the world that's so strong. That they're just gonna watch a shitty product, and like here we come. Like if you lose the first 8 games, most of the fan base is probably going to check out. You know, they might start watching basketball or something that season because I'm not going to watch this. Everybody goes through that. You know, Lion fans went through it for 30 years of just whatever. Like, even when we had Stafford, you know, I think there might have been out of all the years he was here, maybe 2 years where I'm okay. Maybe we could win the Super Bowl this year. Maybe, you know. And so far, Dan Campbell's given me, this is the 3rd year in a row where I feel like the team's good enough that you could be there, you know. I mean, really, there's a lot of luck and factors that are involved at the end of the season. You know, who's healthy, who's in the game, who's not, who's hot, who's playing well. You know,
yeah, this is the year, man. Like this, you know, what I love about this year. Nobody's running away with anything. Tell me who's going to run away with it. You can't, because you've seen every good team lose. Some of the good teams are just getting their butts kicked, like the Ravens. They're just getting their butts kicked.
Yeah, but you know what I love about I'm a bold prediction. Lion fan, Packer fan, Bear fan, Viking fan, buckle up, because there will be 3 games played this year, and the supremacy is going to move on in the playoffs. I don't know if it's going to be in the NFC Championship or a divisional round or the wild card or maybe both, but there will be 3 division games being played this year, and that's what it's going to take to finally put it to rest, because I think it's going to be knockdown drag out.
Yeah, I think we got the next 5 years is going to be like this in our division. We're going to be like 3 out of 4 teams probably come out of this division going into the playoffs, since they added that 7th spot. I mean, I'm telling you,
it's like finally you start seeing the big vision. I see the big Brad Holmes vision now, and that is to keep this band, and some very familiar faces are going to keep all these guys around. The core, the other faces will change, but you ain't changing the Laportas, you ain't changing Gibbs, you ain't changing the Montgomery, Goff, and Sewell, and Amon-Ra. Those guys for 5 years, that's what you get. It's like, here's my chips now. I've built what I want, pushing it. Same thing that the Philadelphia Eagles did. This shit is going to blow up on us, though. Just so you guys know, it will blow up. You can't. You're not allowed to just borrow, and not pay that. Now, I think they're setting it up to where it's all just kind of a collapse of 1 year. But that's the new age NFL. That's the world that we live in. That's the world that we live in. You gotta, because somebody else is gonna do it. You have to just do what they're doing, but you gotta do it better. But you can't have somebody that's betting all in. They take all their chips all the time and throw it right into the middle, and then you're just standing pat. That's why the Packers made their move. You got to stay. You got to keep pace. And right now, the Packers made that move not just for the Lions. You guys got to try to keep pace with the Philadelphia Eagles too, and the moves that they're making to try to win the NFC. You got to keep pace with the Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are also drafting well and running good ships and got, that's this game this Monday is such a big game. And I don't think people realize how big and how much implications that this game has on the NFC race. Packer fans going to be watching, Bear fans going to be watching
Monday night.
Monday night, the two top teams going at it,
Well, this last week we had the Bears on Sunday, or you guys on Sunday night, and then the Bears on Monday night. It was awesome, man. And then the Vikings were off. We already won on Sunday, so we got to watch both the other divisional teams in prime time. It was great, bro.
And then you have to go and look at those games. If you're being honest with those games that go, you got two good teams. Like I watched the Lions game. Everyone thought. It's not that game was a lot closer than the score looked. You're talking about a 3-point game in the fourth quarter, and then some stuff happened.
Yeah.
Some fixable stuff. Don't bitch about the damn call, Hutchinson. You took 2 damn steps. I don't care if you held up. You can't touch people after they threw the ball.
Yeah.
That cost us. You can argue about the other call, the other holding that gave an automatic first down to them. I don't care. Argue the damn calls. I don't care. But the bottom line is, you got to play better than that. You got to play better on offense. You got to do better than the controllables were there. Amon-Ra St. Brown doesn't drop passes, but he dropped the pass. The controllables were there. Just keep doing your job. Don't worry about it. Referees don't control the whole game, even though they're annoying.
Well, that's how you take the refs out of it. Just play solid ball and
be clean.
Yeah.
Take your own mistakes out first before you start blaming outside.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's fundamentally wrong with this country.
Yeah.
You're
right.
They want to blame everybody on the outside.
Yeah. Quit pointing the fingers. Look at yourself.
Look inside.
Yeah.
Fix yourself.
Yeah. Start with yourself, and the world will be a brighter place.
Martin Luther King would say, "Be the change that you want to see in the world. Change it. You change it first. Show us how. If it's so bad, be that example and show me what I'm doing wrong. You show me." That's right. Anyway, gosh, I got to get. I'm sorry, dude. All right, I do have all the stuff in here, though. We are good to go. Let's take a look at this, and we'll start with these Jacksonville Jaguars against the Rams. And at first glance, since nobody believed in the Jaguars before, this would seem like an easy win, right? No. This is a Jacksonville team that just beat the Chiefs. So -3. It's in Jacksonville. Jacksonville getting 3 points at home. Robert, what say you?
I'm taking the Jags with the points.
Taking the Jags with the points.
I don't understand. I guess, are the Rams that good? Are they really that good? Because, honestly, if you're the home team, you should be getting 3 points.
They are pretty good. Devontae Adams, Matt Stafford.
Yeah.
Doesn't suck. They got a good running game, and Jarrett Verse may be becoming one of them, defensive player of the year type candidates, second year player, looking pretty good. I mean, I'll take Matt Stafford and I'll lay those points against the Jaguars. I mean,
everybody's like Stafford has got a bad back, maybe. Like they're waiting for him to break down, but I look at his fantasy numbers. I'm like, he's up there. He's top 10 in fantasy numbers.
They've been saying that all year.
I know, right? I'm like, where's the problem with his back? Yeah,
it's his back. Oh, but it's his back. But he's just like, I mean, maybe his back won't make it, but so far, if he's Matt Stafford, then
I mean, they came back with the Eagles. They were in that game. I mean, man, they've been playing some decent ball. I mean, but I'm just going to take the Jags. I like.
That's cool.
This is the overseas game. This is the early morning game too. This is the overseas game.
Yeah, I partly took the Rams just to pick opposite.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Because I'll go back through the
rivalry. For the rivalry.
Well, wait, yeah.
I love it. It's good.
Patriots, Titans. Titans are not good.
Yeah.
And they're at home, and they're getting 7 points at home. That's not enough. I'll take the Patriots minus the 7 points.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots too. I can't beat the Patriots. Look really good, and the Titans just, for whatever reason, can't get out of their own way. And I was actually A-Dub, one of my Packer buddies. We were talking about. We were doing fantasy lineups, and we actually researched this. He was choosing between, and they say take the Patriot defense this week and play them, run with them. So that's what I'm doing. There we go.
Take the Patriots. Hey, but the
Patriots. Oh, yeah.
You got Trim Reaper taking the Rams. Broski says that, hey, Stafford's had a bad back for 8 years.
Right? They keep mentioning every year. They're like, but this year I've heard it a lot, bro.
Yeah. Stafford tough. Look how many years he was hurt, and this is what he does. I mean, yeah, Stafford's pretty much been hurt his whole career. He just plays anyway. He's tough. He'll be fine. John, you're so funny. Like, how do you?
Hello, John. Good morning, buddy.
Good morning.
That's what I say.
You heard. You were present with the stuff that I said about the refs. Where do you get that I cry? Like, where in that did you get me crying for the refs? Actually, I was kind of shunning the people that were crying about the refs, wasn't I? Didn't I kind of?
I thought you were, but maybe John didn't hear all of it.
No, John hears what he wants to hear.
I know. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. We're buddies, bro. All right, I hear you, man.
I'm buddies with John. I hope John doesn't hate me.
No, he doesn't hate me.
Honestly, I think that John is good for business. John can have his loud opinions, and then it's fun. It kind of gives you a villain to look at, and when he'll be here when we lose. I can't do anything about it. It's a free country. John can come in and troll me if he wants, and I dig it, man. It creates. I hype up my team. I talk trash.
Yeah.
It's all good. But this is not a good game right here. Patriots, I spent way too much time on this one. Shoot. I'm sorry about that. We'll move on. So here we got the division game. We can talk about this one for a little bit.
I like this one, bro. I like this one. I'm going to take the fucking Eagles on this. I think I'm going to go. I don't know if they lose 3 in a row.
You like that?
The Eagles only they're giving the Minnesota Vikings a lot of. This is surprising to me.
I think it's because of the question at quarterback for the Vikings. That's why.
No, but what I'm saying is like the Eagles are a way better team, in my opinion. And I'm maybe not just a trolling, but I'm looking at that point spread going, man, that should be more. Maybe they're giving it a lot because it is. I don't know, but your quarterback's Carson Wentz.
Yeah, but the Eagles just lost two, and their second one to the Giants.
And they lost the Giants. They lost a division game. Yeah, I mean,
they got beat from start to finish. It's not like the Eagles ever had the lead. The Giants got the lead and then kicked their ass the whole game. The Eagles are not. Look, I mean, they got to have a bounce back. This will be 3 in a row. I don't see them losing 3 in a row, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna be a straight troll with this, but I think that the Eagles are gonna roll the Minnesota Vikings, and you could give the Eagles 7.5 points, and I probably still take the Eagles in on this for every reason that you just listed off. Yeah. They lost 2 in a row. They're supposed to be the best team in the NFL, and they just lost a division game. They didn't have their best interior defender. They're gonna. I think they come into this game with a point to prove, and I don't think Carson Wentz is the guy that I would want standing guarding the door as the bouncer. I don't know. I think the
well, they got the narrative out there that even Brosner could start. I'm like, what happened? I thought JJ was going to be back when your bye was over. Do they not want to get their little precious Prince's quarterback hurt? I thought it was just.
Is it JJ? Is JJ starting in the game?
Nobody knows. I've asked every Viking fan I know, and they don't know. They don't know. I heard Brosner brought up. I mean, I just don't get it.
They got a lot of hope there.
Yeah, I get the whole Wentz revenge game too. Broski brought it up. It's this is a revenge game for Wentz.
Okay. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles still got a very, very, very good defense. It's going to be very hard to score against that defense. And I like Brian Flores. I think Brian Flores could probably play good defense too, or have them playing. I like that attacking style defense. I don't know. You have success when you can run the football, though. And they got Saquon Barkley over there, and they may be able to just get away with running right at that Minnesota, attacking style defense to run away from those blitzes.
Well, look at their best game, the Vikings' best game this year. It was the one where Isaiah Rodgers went off. He had a defensive game. They got a turnover, they got a fumble recovery. He went off. That's been their best game all season so far. Their offense has not clicked at all, and we're 6 weeks in.
Yeah, you can have hope for McCarthy all you want. That's fine. I just look at data when it comes with teams I don't really give a crap about. I'm not a Vikings fan, so I'm looking at it like a just being objective and just looking at their situation. And I'm not gonna, jump off jump up and down excited over a guy that's played one good quarter of football in his whole career, and it was against the Bears. And it wasn't even against a good Bears team. Yeah. It was against the very first Bears that were out there that were still trying to find itself. Like, I don't know if that would have worked against this Week 7 Bears team. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion on it. We'll see how McCarthy supposed to do, but he's the next Tom Brady, says Tom Brady, pumping up Michigan guys. I don't know. That's what it looks like more to me. We'll move on now. Another division matchup right here. The Raiders getting 11.5 at Arrowhead. Seems like Patrick Mahomes is all mad playing now. So he's playing. He put up some good numbers against the Lions. Put up some good numbers the week before that. Taking out the Ravens. Had a bad loss. You lost to the Jaguars. That is a bad loss. But 11.5, man. 11.5. To me, that's easily. I'm going to take the Raiders. And I'll take all of them points because I can still lose if it's a nicely contested division matchup, which I think it will be.
11. Well, I'm just to go against you. I'm going to take the Chiefs. I mean, that's a lot of points, but
Oh, you're probably smart.
I think maybe the Chiefs are getting back to their old form. They looked better last week.
It's my quarterback.
Convincingly played well. So I mean, better. So,
Yeah, I just
against you guys, that was a tough game. So I mean, honestly, it was tough.
It's just something to think about if you're at these division games. Sometimes they can be blowouts, but 11 points is a blowout. They may be, you could lose the game because of kneel downs. Like that's something to think about if you're the type of person that actually bets these. Just remember that's a lot of points, and if you're like, yeah, Chiefs, don't just go, yeah, Chiefs. Like, have it in your mind. Okay, I think the Chiefs are actually going to outscore them by 2 touchdowns. Have that mentality because that's a lot of points. That is a lot of points. If they haven't
won it by the halftime, I'm going to be disappointed.
And honestly, gosh, look at that pay out just on the win.
I got to, Joe. Do you know Joe, the Raider fan? Joe? Oh, okay, all right. Well, he's a big Raider fan. He comes on. Everybody in our group knows him. So, and they've been terrible all year. I've been riding them all year. The Raiders are just doing Raider things, and I'm sorry, I don't believe in them. So yeah,
holy crap! Look at this, man. The Bears.
I know
they're going to win again.
I know. They got the Saints. I know. And I had to take with the Bears. I hate. I mean, as a division rivalry, I hate to pick the Bears, but I don't see how they don't beat the Saints.
Yeah, to me it's easy. I got the Bears. Yeah. Shout out Broski.
You like that?
What's up, buddy? How often he said this might be the first time in history we might be making history right here and right now, Robert.
Yeah.
We might be making sports podcasting history where we have a pick of a Bears game and both the Lions fan and the Packer fan picked the Bears to cover the points and win the game.
Yep. The Bears.
That is amazing.
Yeah, well, he says, you look at Broski. He says the Saint game makes him more nervous.
Yeah. Well, but I think that we just made history.
Yeah, we did. We bonded.
We bonded the first time in the history that a Packer fan and a Lion fan bonded over a Bears football game. The Bears. They might have to start talking about the Bears being for real.
Yeah. No. All right. Don't just pump the brakes. You're going. Look. Come on, bro. We get little.
John Dorn will be in there going
baby steps.
Spencer Rattler. Oh yeah, I want you to be the real quarterback. That's what they'll be saying. But
I know, bro.
But what would that be? 4-2? That would they be? They would be going to 4-2.
Yeah. 4-2.
I think that they beat them. I think they're going to win the game. Now, I'm still going to take the Bears minus 4.5, but I could see it being closer than that, and they could win. Ben Johnson's feeling himself, man. You got to give him credit. I'm giving credit. I'm going to give Ben Johnson credit because I questioned his leadership of being able to lead an entire team, and it feels like it's a week 7. Like I say, Robert, we take pictures of just where we are at this moment in time.
I know, bro.
And at this moment in time, these players are starting to buy in to whatever Ben Johnson's message is there.
Yeah.
And there's nothing more powerful than having your team, play together and have good continuity together like that. So that's a good sign. And so what? They're playing some softer teams. That helps them get better.
You got to build your confidence. You got to beat the teams you should beat. If you don't, then you got to question yourself.
You're
So
thinking about it a little bit, though, man. They're playing you late. They can get
they could be better by the time
decently
they
good
get. Yeah, but
by the time they play. With the Lions too, we got another game with them real late.
if we're rolling like we're supposed to be, the end of the season is not when you want to play the Packers. I'm just saying, you're not. If you're one of those teams that picks your steam and gets rolling, that's why last year I knew we weren't going to go anywhere. We lost the last 3 games. We lost the last 2 divisional games of the year. We had no momentum going into the playoffs. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
We're in the playoffs, but
you guys are going to be real mad after we beat you on Thanksgiving real bad, and then you can go on a roll right after that, and beat a bunch of teams that ain't us.
Thanksgiving's a while away.
I do. I have you heard it behind the scenes a little bit earlier, but I made another baby Ric Flair that's going to come out the week of the Packers game.
Yeah.
I've been playing in ahead a little bit.
I'm ready for it. War week for us is not till the second half, and then it's like almost every game's war week. So I'm excited about the second half of the season, man.
And kudos to the schedulers for doing that. Make the meaningful games be in times and spots where it's going to feel meaningful. That's what I say. Yep. But now we get to talk about a game that isn't meaningful, which is the Carolina Panthers at the New York winless Jets. The Jets are only getting 1.5 points. So this, to me, is the easiest decision since making decisions. I'll take the Panthers.
Yeah, me too. That's so easy.
Yeah.
Panthers are playing pretty decent,
So we got 2. Yeah. Okay, we can talk about the Panthers, but I was just going to move on.
I mean, they just been doing well. I mean, Dowdle has been in for Chupa Hubbard, and he's been playing lights out, bro. Their run game is back. That's what's been winning their game.
They're trying to get out of the muck, and the Jets are hopelessly lost in the muck, and the Carolina's trying to crawl out of the muck.
But a winless team is a dangerous team. A winless team is a dangerous team, man.
Well, you got your first-time head coach, Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, looking for win one.
And then you got Dolphins here against the Browns, another game that nobody is probably going to care about.
Yeah. I'm just going Browns.
Yeah, I'll go with the Browns because they got the new quarterback. Maybe they'll put Shadur Sanders in there.
Their defense is not a slouch. You know what I mean? Their defense is pretty stout. So.
Right, and that seems like the kind of defense that'll probably force, a confused offense that doesn't have Tyreek Hill. Gotcha. All right, let's get back into these comments here a little bit. We got Bryce Young is 1-17 on the road.
Wow, is that real stat? Damn, that sucks. You suck on the road. Holy cow. That's a real stat. Holy cow.
Yeah, but it's gosh, it's like you can have like one season like skew that whole thing.
Yeah, but that's 16 tries that he failed on the road. I
mean, Dan Campbell started his career here at 3-13-1. It took a while for him to get back to a point where you could get that close, and all he needs is to get good. And you get a good stretch right there, and you go 12-5 one season, and all of a sudden that number looks different.
Shout out to Broski with the stats, though.
That is a good stat. That is a good stat.
You just made the list.
We got the Brownies. Got most of that. Hey, I appreciate everybody following along on this. Sometimes I don't want to feel like I'm leaving everybody, all alone out there.
I'm reading the comments as we go. Everybody's got insight on these games.
So Ben Johnson's success will be the reason Aaron Glenn gets fired from the Jets.
I mean, Aaron Glenn gets a pass his first year. Now, if they come back, I mean, everybody says, well, if he goes winless. I don't believe he's going to go winless, man. He's going to get a win. I mean, come on. This is a pro team.
I mean, yeah, you could go winless that thing. But I'd say that the only reason that he would get fired would be if he keeps on talking to the media the way that he's talking to it, dude. I mean, he's like really being short and kind of a dick to people that ask the tough questions, you know, like quarterback changes and stuff like that. Like, what are you going to do with your quarterbacks? Like, questions that you would ask any coach after a loss, you know, and getting real short. And like, if he snaps too far, like so far it hasn't been egregious, right? Just kind of snippety back.
Yeah.
But if you end up being that coach that one day you just blow up like they are who we, you know,
Yeah.
you know, we let it off the hook. Yeah. I don't know if you want to be
Have
there.
a safe flight, broski. Good trip, bud. He's at the airport.
Where's Broski going?
I forget where he said he was going, but I know he said he was leaving to go out of town. I think he's going out of the country, actually.
Uh-oh. Be careful.
Yeah.
Be careful. Yeah, for sure. Ben Balls
Ben
Johnson.
Balls Johnson. God damn it, bro. I was wondering when you could you imagine if the shoe was on the other foot, what kind of fan Broski would be if he was like had the success of like the Packers? Can you imagine? He would be a dick, I bet. I'm just saying. I'm just giving you crap, Broski. I love you. You're a good Bear fan, man. Ben
I
Balls.
don't know. I think that you have to kind of mold, like when your team's bad, you know, like Broski's a football fan. Like I can tell Broski, like some people are locked in to their team so much that they don't feel like what other teams are actually doing. And that's the category I put John Dorn in. And I don't even mean that as a slight on him, but a tunnel visioned football fan that dives into everything on their own team, but they don't care to go try to figure out about other teams. But then there's the football fan where I think that's where like me and you and I'll put Broski in that category where we look at other teams and we want to dive into actually knowing how good our opponents are too. That's why I do the Know Thy Enemy segment, because I want to.
You guys adopted Broski.
We adopted Broski, yeah. But the thing is, I think that Broski would be what I call a good fan, right?
Yeah, me too.
So,
I say the same thing all the time.
So when the Bears bring themselves out of the pit into relevancy, and they will. That's the way that it works. That's the parody of the NFL. That's why it's set up the way that it is with salary cap and such. They will be. And when they do, I think a fan like Broski will deserve to be a Bear fan. You know, I think that you'll be one of the people that'll be like, yep, you know, Broski came, he showed up on shows. He was a true fan.
Yeah.
All through it. And I'll respect that, even though I'll start hating your team. You haven't earned my hate yet. Bears haven't earned my hate yet.
I grew up in Chicago, so I've already got hatred for the Bears, man. That's my most hated team. So the fact that me and Broski get along like we do, I mean, we go back and forth. Trust me, we talk trash, but I don't take nothing. I'm not.
No, but what I'm saying, I get you. But what I'm saying is, like, you know, you earn the hate. Like when I very first started doing this from 2020, like it was hard. It was hard to come on here and you know and be consistent week with Main Event Mike, and it was hard to do that when your team's losing all the time, and then you have to come on and you know, I was with the And We Know Sports guys in 2020, just talking about a 3-13-1 team and like. On trash talking shows, you just kind of slip into the spot and everybody likes you. Everybody liked me. Yeah, everybody liked Mike. Oh yeah, it's a Lions fans. That's so cute. You guys won a game last year. You guys feeling good? Yeah, huh? Oh man, we like good stuff for you guys. We would like that to have you guys be good sometime.
The little brother. Use the little brother.
Yeah, it was fun. And then after the 9-8 where we bounced you from the playoffs, the demeanor changed a little bit.
Yeah.
It wasn't we weren't the friendly guys anymore. Oh, you guys got lucky. Then started getting agitated seeing Lion fans, and then they go 12-5, and then they you flip that narrative now. Now we've earned hate. We've earned hate. That's why I like being the villain, because I've earned the status over the last 2 years, and that's what happens. And Broski will have his chance to be the villain, because they ain't gonna like this happy Ben Johnson story for very long when it's your opponents, because we like it right now. It's a nice happy story. It is. It's cute. It's cute, but when they win the division or take something away, or they sweep the Packers, if they sweep you guys this year, you guys ain't going to be talking all nice. Oh, look at those they're going to be like, those damn Bears just swept us. You know what I mean? Same thing. I mean,
but I don't even talk
we earned our hate. We swept your asses last year. And then we earned, now you Lion fans think that you're just the greatest in the world. No, we swept you. Well, deal with it. Oh, okay.
I can't deny any of it. I mean, shit, we sucked last year, bro.
But that's where the hate gets earned. Right now, the Bears are trying to get that valid.
I get it.
And I think that they will.
I mean, I think they will, but I don't know if it's with Caleb. I'm still not sold on him yet, but we'll see.
Well, if Caleb keeps playing within the confines of what Ben Johnson can take care of Caleb. He can, if he completely buys into what Ben Johnson, because Ben Johnson works off spacing. He using people to get in the way. He does the pick play stuff well, and sets up plays well, and puts the player that's getting the ball in a good position. So Caleb's just got to get out of his head of, I gotta do everything. Oh, I gotta hit that triangle button over and over again and get away and do a flip and a move. It's like, no, just run the offense. Run the offense. You're gonna get a guy that's gonna read right off the hot read right there. You can get rid of the ball in a half a second. Use your God-given ability in a quick release. Get rid of the ball. Get it into DJ Moore's hand. Get it into Adunze's hands. Get it into Swift's hands. That's what I see when I see. I mean, that's where it might be dangerous for you guys. And when we play him the second time, because it's close, right? All of a sudden, if he gets it and all of a sudden understands it's going to click, they have all the talent. All the talent's already there. Cole Kmet, Loveland, DJ Moore, Odunze, they just drafted Luther Burden. All those guys start figuring out how to work with each other. You got a dangerous offense.
I will be more worried. And I said this at the beginning of the season. If Caleb goes down because he takes a sack and they put in Bagent, then I'm going to be worried. Because I think he gets the offense better. He I don't know how to, this last game we watched on Thursday, the Icy Hot Bowl. You've seen what two good quarterbacks can do with talent around them. Like Rodgers and Flacco played like they were still in their prime. I mean, they scored 30 points. Their offenses were off the chart. I mean, Flacco hasn't had a 300-yard game. I don't even know in how long. I mean, but I don't see that kind of. I don't see Caleb commanding that kind of out of his offense.
There's flashes of it.
Yeah,
like Broski says right here. It's like Caleb needs to see the open receiver. He needs to run through progressions. This is something that I talked about like a month ago on here, where I was just like, I hope that Ben Johnson doesn't do this with Caleb and try to make him go into it. But if Caleb starts seeing the field like Ben Johnson wants him to see it, it'll be a very good thing, because he has the talent to do it. But he's gotta see the receiver, just like what Broski's saying right here. He needs to see the open receiver. He's got to go through the progression. It's here, then here, then here, and it's like it's a move. And in that split second, while you're moving from one, if that one's open, you got to go to your first guy. You got to go to your first guy unless you're trying to set up something deep. But one of the things that Jared Goff does that he does better than all the other quarterbacks, it's like a lot of other I don't want that. I want the 17-yard one down the road. No, Jared Goff will get it into the first playmaker that's open. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. I don't care if it's 3 yards down the field, 5 yards down the field, or 20 yards down the field. You know, he wants to throw it to the most open, most accurate type of throw to get there.
Right.
And that's hard. That's different. That's different than the style that like a Mahomes plays, or the type of style that Caleb Williams probably wants to play. I'm gonna make something happen on this play, and I got 3 plays to where I can make something happen, and that might be a pat. You know, that's sometimes that's the thinking of the quarterback. But when they call game managers like it's some kind of bad thing, the game manager listens to the play call and runs the play. Manage the game. I want to get it into this guy's hand. Okay. And a good game manager gets it into the hands of his playmakers.
Yep. So we'll see. I mean, Caleb's got to get it this year. We'll see.
So let's move on to we got Giants, Broncos. Gosh, that Broncos defense is good.
Yeah, I'm taking the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Broncos too, because they could win the game 7-0.
Yeah.
But that Jackson Dart looks like he's showing a little bit of flashes. There were some pretty good moments in there with him in that last game where he was looking like Mahomes.
Yeah, when the blue tent came out and went right back in the game, that gets the team motivated, you know.
He's got such a good quick release too, and that's so big in the NFL, you know, where it's just like like it's a nice fluent motion. That's what I like about Caleb Williams too. Like, you got to release the ball like quickly in the NFL. So many defensive ends are good at getting around that corner and, you know, swatting the ball out of the hands. The quicker the better. Right there. As we go into Colts Chargers, 1.5. Chargers getting 1.5. Not believing in Harbaugh as much anymore, huh?
Yeah.
Colts.
I'm taking the Colts. I'll take those points. Are you kidding me? They're getting. Wow.
They're getting points. No, give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers. I'm just a fan of that style, man. The Colts have been riding high. I think that, I mean, you call the Lions fool's gold, but like, I mean, really, are we doing this with Danny Dimes? Like, I can't believe it. I gotta see it all the way through before I'm gonna believe it all the way. They slip, they fall this week, and now, all right, let's talk a little bit about these Packers versus 4'3" Kyler Williams.
No, Kyler Murray's not even going to be playing.
Kyler Murray, no?
No, it's DJ who's their backup? Oh, dang it. Now I'm going a blank because we were just talking about him last night.
Well, we got to get this information. This is division.
It's their backup. He played last week for him. He played well. He got him playing better. He got him playing better than Murray did, I think. Who's their backup? He used to be the Colts backup. Or he used to be the Colts quarterback. Who was their
I'm looking right now.
I'm drawing a blank.
Looking this big bad boy up.
Brisket.
Okay. Okay.
Brissett. Yeah.
Okay.
Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, he's there. He's playing for the Keebler Alpha's out.
So I mean, that's not there are worse things in a way, and that's kind of what you were alluding to with Tyson Bagent, where you got a veteran guy that knows where to go with the ball. Jacoby Brissett is just one of those guys who's just been a competent backup for a few years. He can run the offense. So, but you guys get to play a backup quarterback. I mean, this seems.
As I've been told, cheese melts in Arizona in the desert. That's what I've been told. I don't believe none of that shit.
I don't buy it. I mean, I'll take the Cardinals and the points. Maybe they'll get in there close.
You can dream, Corey. You can dream. He said 40-3 Arizona.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I think the Packers win. I got the Packers. I'll
And
take them points.
Yeah, I'll take the points, but I still think that the Packers will win the game. I just that this smells like a Lafleur, drive down the field, and
Well, honestly, road games have been a problem this year, so this is a road game.
yeah, that's what I mean. I'm trying to give the respect there, and Brissett is like one of those guys that might not lose the game for him. Like Kyler Murray is one of those hot dogs, man. Like you sometimes you get brilliance, and sometimes he'll just give you the game.
But I don't believe in their run game. So without a run game, they're going to be one dimensional, and it doesn't matter who's back there. With
Right.
Micah Parsons in the pass rush coming, look out. It plays into the Packers' defenses, but that's all I'm saying.
Oh,
You lost it. It's all good.
yeah.
We only had a couple games left. Wasn't that many left?
You just gotta refresh it, or else they get mad at you.
They get mad. Pay the bills. Refresh me.
That's right. So yeah, okay, we'll move on here. Like, yeah, I think that this is set up nice. Like the Lions get these knockdown drag out against the best teams in the NFC, and meanwhile the Bears get to go play backup quarterback. And
but bro, you had a first place. You have a first place schedule for a first place team. I mean, that's what it is.
Well, we had one last year too, and we did fine. I think that. I mean, it is what I think. It's a fun thing for people to look at last year's stats and say, oh wow, well they're playing this team that went 11. It's like, but the teams have so much turnover. It's so much different from year to year. You don't know what you're going to get. I mean, the Commanders, they just beat us. Do you think they're going to beat us again? I mean, I don't know. I don't think the Commanders think they're falling off a little bit. They appear to not be as good as they were last year.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So, you don't know what you're getting. Like the Dallas Cowboys, you're thinking that they're not going to be good anywhere else because they lost Micah Parsons, and they seem to be doing just fine. I mean, the offense is still good. They're making things, work just fine. So, who do you got? This is a division matchup. That's why it's only 1.5.
I'm taking the Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. My thought is that if I don't really know, I'll take whoever's laying points.
I mean, it depends. All right, let me say this: if CeeDee Lamb is back, the Cowboys may have a shot.
Right.
That, but I don't think CeeDee Lamb's going to make it back this week. I think it's another week for him.
No. It's like it's weird. I don't know if this is gonna work out like the tandem that they think that it's gonna work out. I'll go hot take on that for the Cowboys. My hot take on that is Pickens is kind of a weird dude. Like he's got something mental with this guy, and when they get CeeDee Lamb back, I don't know if these are the type of egos that are going to mesh well if one's not getting the ball, if that makes any sense. And I think that it may do more harm than good when CeeDee Lamb comes back because of a ball share. Yeah. I mean, CeeDee Lamb's definitely a professional, but Pickens might,
I just think Dak prefers CeeDee Lamb over Pickens. And he's going to always be his number one. You know what I mean?
Right, and Pickens ain't going to like that once.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get that. Yeah, no, I get that.
That was the whole reason that Pittsburgh was so, easy to get rid of him. So that's just something to think about in that game. I don't know. The Atlanta Falcons. Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. We don't know what Atlanta Falcons team we're going to get from week to week against and at the San Francisco 49ers.
I like Behan Robinson. I think that guy's the best running back. I honestly, when he's putting his foot down. I mean, look at the yards he had last week. He had like I think 180 scrimmage yards. I mean, beast. So I'm gonna say they stay with that. And I'm gonna take the Falcons.
Oh man, it's tough, man. Those San Francisco 49ers are like the scrappy ass team, man. It don't matter. They're one of those teams that next man up works. And next man up doesn't necessarily mean that the players that are behind them are better players. It means that they're coached so well to do a job that those backup players can step in and not miss a step. And the San Francisco 49ers are one of those teams. And they're proving it week after week. They get George Kittle back. They roll in this game. I think the San Francisco wins. Because you never know what Atlanta Falcons team's going to show up. They look like Super Bowl contenders, and then they shit the bed. So that's where I'm at with that. And then now here we go. The highlight. The highlight Monday night. No one cares about that other game. Tampa Bay. No, well, let's do the Texans, Seahawks. Seahawks -3. They're at home. That seems pretty traditional. Home team getting their rub.
Yeah, but I like Darnold how he's playing, so I'm going to take the Seahawks.
All right, I'll just take the Texans and the points just to pick different. All right, so now let's get into these Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't know why that point spread is so high. Like, I'm going to take the Lions and minus the points, but it's like this has, if I'm not betting with my heart, and because I just can't say the word Tampa Bay, and I'm going to give those points up. But they got this at 5.5. 5.5 points. It is at home. It might be all of them injuries. They got no Bucky Irving. They got no Chris Godwin. They're missing half of their offensive line. The Cansey's out for the year.
Half the team's injured. They got a lot of guys down.
So, and that's why I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize for taking the points because, when the team's wounded, nobody would apologize to us. We got to face this team last year in the playoffs with half of our team injured. No one gives us a pass for that. So you don't get passes. It's next man up. You deal with what you got. So I don't want to hear any injury excuses. We won 15 games with, bringing in, grocery baggers off the street. Figure out a way to win. But I'm not going to apologize to take advantage of the fact that those guys are injured and do your job.
And you guys got your secondaries beat up. So, I mean, I think it comes down to if you guys can run on them, you're going to beat them. If they can stop your run, then they got a chance. That's the only thing. That's the only way I see anybody beating the Lions is stopping your two-headed monster of Gibbs and Montgomery.
Don't know if Taylor Decker is going to be playing yet, but outside of Taylor Decker, it looks like the offense is fully healthy going at this team. And that's where I think that the game's going to be decided. The Lions got helped to 17 points last week, and I know the type of guys that I have on my offensive line, and that doesn't sit well with them. They always come back after a loss, especially on offense, and they execute at a very high level. Now, as far as defensive goes, they're down a couple cornerbacks, but one of the reasons we didn't go out and sign a big pass rusher is because they decided to invest in the leveling off of the back end of the talent, the back end of the 53. And Amik Robertson has been just as good as the other two cornerbacks, if not better. And Rocky Ya-Sin was just fine. That's why you brought him in as depth, and he'll be playing on the other side. They can't go and have a ton more injuries there, but that's why you got the depth. That's why it's there. That's why the depth is there. And you got Aleem McNeil coming back, and that's going to be a bigger boost to the offense or the defense than really almost anything else. What that does is it elevates the entire defense. That's what Aleem McNeil does. Like, everybody was bitching about not getting a pass rusher opposite of Hutchinson when that's not what they needed. They needed pressure to come from somewhere else, but not necessarily on the other side of Hutchinson. Maybe it's in the middle, and that's what Aleem McNeil is. He is pressure from the middle, and he's the second best pass rusher on this team, and that's pressure from the middle. That takes pressure off of Aiden Hutchinson. You're gonna force Tampa Bay to make a decision with their injured offensive line. They're going to have to decide who they want to give a one-on-one to. So give it to Hutch. You're going to give it to Aleem. Are you going to give it to Al-Quadin Muhammad?
That's the other guy that's impressed me, is that guy. He's the reason why I think you guys are your line's better, because he's stepped up.
And the thing is you say stepped up, but this guy's in the opportunity. Like, I like Al-Quadin Muhammad because he fills the need well. Yeah. But he's put into a position because of the way that the defense is. So it's like the pass rusher opposite of Hutchinson has to be the type of guy that can set an edge. First and foremost, the most important job before you go after the quarterback, before you do anything else, you set the edge. And that's what Al-Quadin Muhammad does really, really well, for sure, every single time. Now, secondary job is you're crushing the can on pass plays, where you're trying to peel that guy around and surround the quarterback with the line. So you're there to maintain, not necessarily go after the quarterback. You get cleanup sacks. So what happens is, if you get pressure in the middle or you get pressure from the other side, the quarterback is going to have to step up into one of those lanes. And if you're doing your job, where he will escape is where your opportunity will be. And that's what Al-Quadin Muhammad has been doing very well, has been maintaining his gap. And when the quarterback gets flushed, the quarterback's getting really flushed right into him. Either that, or he's just straight bull rushing and pushing his offensive lineman right into the quarterback because he's winning with power. So yeah, he's a great step up player. But he is just serving the job. Josh Pascal will come back, and I think that he does that job well too. So I like where the Lions are going into the second half of the season right here, and I think that will be the determining factor. I think that the front seven for the Lions defensive line and their linebackers will take pressure off of where we don't have they'll keep those safeties. Those safeties will be back to make sure that nothing gets behind them. But we will win the game on defense with the front seven, or we won't. Because if Baker Mayfield gets enough time back there and they don't get pressure on him, he's going to carve up our backup secondary. I mean, that is what it is. But if I'm Calvin Shepard, that's the way I'm D'ing it up. I'm trying to get pressure with four guys and using my linebackers to help out the safeties in coverage. You use your good players to bracket to make sure that they don't get anything downfield, and you stop the run and let your offense play. Let your offense be the offense. Let them go down and score 35 points. Lions score 35 points. There's no reason they shouldn't cover that spread.
Right.
But them damn Tampa Bay Buccaneers play pretty good defense. They don't play defense like the Browns play defense or like the Packers play defense. They play like this bend but don't break type of defense, where their defense inside the red zone, when you get them backed up to the red zone, it's almost impenetrable. Like you get 3 once you get there. But in between the 20s, they'll give you some 5s and some 7s, and they'll let you run the ball down the field and, you know, take some time, get a nice little 7-minute drive, get you into the red zone, and then shut you down. And then you walk away with 3. And then you got Baker Mayfield on the other side, who plays what I like to call the short, long game.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm going to chew you up. I'm going to throw to my running backs right out of the backfield all day long. And all my wide receivers are running downfield, pulling the coverage away. He doesn't do a lot in the middle, you know, with tight ends and stuff like that. Running back. Oh, you coming up to stop the running back? Boom, there you go. Hit that, take that. And Mbuke, Mike Evans. Like, those guys are to get the big play downfield. You'll see them with, like, you know, 6, 7 catches, but lots of yards. You know, they'll get it all at once. They'll get it in chunks. But other than that, they're playing this high percentage, low percentage, high percentage, because that's high percentage throwing to running backs. Do that all day long. You know, take the little 5-yard dump off, you know. If you got a good running back, he might be able to turn into 15, you know.
Right.
But other than that, you know, set those guys up. Make those safeties have to come up and cheat them up. Oh, we got to stop this. We got to stop these guys. We're going to need to bring the safety into the bot. And then boom, then you get beat. And then all of a sudden you find yourself down 10 to Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay just doesn't have a team that you come back on. You know, it's hard to come back on a team like that. That just makes it long, makes it grimy. It's like every drive is like walking through quicksand, you know. You can get there. They'll get you. And that's almost worse than playing a team like the Packers where you're like, oops, I just turned the ball over. Like, no, Tampa Bay that just comes in and just hits the body blows, and, you know, they let you get the yards, make you go down. You give yourself less possessions that way, right?
Yeah.
Lions want to, like, but the Lions are good to do it like that. That we're okay to do it like that. Goff is fine doing it like that. I'll put together a 14-play, 75-yard drive. I don't give a shit. For 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards, 3 yards, 1 yard, 7 yards. Like, they play that game all day long. That's what the good quarterbacks do, don't they? Don't they, Rob?
Yeah, they do.
Yep. That's what Caleb Williams needs to learn there. That's what those young quarterbacks need to learn. You got to be able to play that long game. In boxing, they would call them the counter punchers, right? Some guys are so good at boxing, it's like, all right, I'm prepared to get punched in the face. Are you prepared to get punched in the face? Yeah. Some of these sexy offenses, they like it. It looks nice when they're running real fast. But how fast do you run when you're getting punched in the face at the same time? Make it hard. That's what you want your defense to do, and that's what Tampa Bay plays. You got any closing words? I feel like I'm just rattling off the top of my head. You're reading their stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm reading everything. I'm following along. You got some astute fans, bro. I got to give them some. Yeah, no, you got. I like what you're saying. This is football season, bro. It's the heart of it. We're about to get into it. I just wish we were playing each other. I like the last couple of years. We've been at like half our games were in the first half of the season, half were in the second half. But I guess we're going to see. I think this division, I think they did this on purpose because they think 3 or 4 teams are going to come out of here and they're going to be battling for it down the line here. So I'm excited.
Thank you, Jay Mommy. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yes,
you know what? I felt bad this morning because I was a little bit late, so I figured I'd, give you a little extra half hour today of good football talk. We got through our lock picks, took our time today with the lock picks. but I got to get to work, and I got to post the other stuff on the villain report on my page. The page just hit 88,000.
Wow.
88,000 on the Facebook page. I appreciate everybody that's following, liking, commenting, and subscribing to the undrafted free agent of sports podcasting out there in the Villain Squad. You can find us. If you're a fan of Detroit sports, you really need to be following this page or subscribing wherever you scroll the Villain rolls. That's the way I look at it. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Get out there. Get out there. We like good football conversation. And the thing that separates me from the rest of the podcasters that are out there is I'm just blue collar guy. I'm just a fan. I got no corporate sponsors. I got no handouts or anything. Packer Backer Rob's the same way with the Huddle Sports Network. We're not trying to be like ESPN and get and be told what to write, be told what to go out there. That's why I like certain writers out there. That's why I love having John McAroon on here, because I know that I can get an unfiltered professional opinion on here. And I don't know if you've seen John McAroon on here, but he is a great football mind. He actually gets to be inside the locker room. You know, he actually gets to be giving questions and asking questions with Dan Campbell to get the real pulse on it, not just us out here and just talking our crap.
Yeah.
But you can join me weekdays, Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. We hit everything. We do the PFF stuff, get the special guests and everything. Rob, tell the people where they can find you.
Huddle Sports Network. You can find me there. I do a daily podcast every day, the Daily Huddle at noon Central. Saturday nights, we do open mic. Wednesday nights, we got the Red Zone Rant. Friday nights, we got the Packer Backer Boys. You can catch me, I'm telling you, 7 days a week. Even Sunday, I do a show, another Red Zone Rant. Just come hang out. We love to talk football. We love to talk trash. We have a little fun. Come hang out. It's a lot of fun.
Packer Backer Rob. Now, that's trash talking at its finest right here. Now, I get into it a little bit on here. I will throw a little bit of shade out there, but if you want the real trash talking show, go see Rob over at the Huddle Sports Network. And, make sure that you get to the comments and give it to him, because he can take it.
I can take it.
And just be prepared to get it back. Yeah. All right? Just understand, this is more like, UFC.
Enter at your own risk, bro. Enter at your own risk.
I represent the WWE and some nice scripted good stuff. You go in there, that's more like UFC. You might get verbally punched in the face, which is okay. Which is okay if you're into that. I'm just warning you as you go in there. You don't have to watch your mouth. Yep. Go in there and say what you want and do that thing. But this has been the Lion Villain Report. My name is Russell Wayne. I am the 313 villain. And I lost my music again. I just realized that it might have been okay without it. We were just talking. But epic. It is epic. It's going to be an epic weekend of football. And you look at the other games in the NFC North, the Packers and the Bears should win. They're both in their little trap games. You're trying to survive. You both should get out of there with a win. Now, the Minnesota Vikings, I don't know. I don't know about that one. I forget who they were playing, but it was somebody.
The Eagles.
They're playing the Eagles. So the Vikings, we'll be watching closely on that. This show, like all the other shows, are brought to you by Fanatics.com. That's right. If you're rocking with the 313 and bleed Honolulu blue, then you need to gear up like the real one. Over at Fanatics, our official merch partner. I'm talking official Lions jerseys, blackout hoodies, throwback Tigers gear, WWE gear, and Red Wings so icy that it should come with a Zamboni. So here's what you do. You click that link that's in the description already. It's in the comments already. Save up to 25% off of your order from our affiliate marketing partners over at Fanatics. Every click supports this channel and page, so we appreciate that. Bill and Squad, we don't do knockoffs. We do official. We do Fanatics, so get yours.
Ooh, yeah, the Macho Man Randy Savage, yeah, dig it, the 313 Villain Squad, yeah, the UDFA, yeah, of sports podcasting, yeah, dig it, the Macho Man is heading to Ford Field, gonna climb up on the top of Ford Field and drop the Macho Man elbow into the heart of Baker Mayfield, brother, dig it.
We talking faith, family, and then football on here. We have some fun, but we put our faith, we put our family first. Use football to spend time with your family. Don't let football use you. And may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord shine his face upon you until we meet again in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Oh, thank you so much for being part of the show. Make sure you get your predictions into the comments. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.
You just made the list!